Hi everyone, Morgan from the Assist Agency. Today we're going to touch on employee onboarding. I know personally I've had some pretty crappy onboarding experiences in the past coming into a new business or company. And I know that it can be quite stressful and arduous for the existing people in the company as well to have to, stop what they're doing and I guess put a strain on their existing workload to then try and teach someone else from scratch the ropes of how to do things. So I think it's a process that is heavily underutilized and it's done pretty poorly, and I think it can have knock-on effects for either a really poor retention rate within companies and also just doesn't set up that person for success, to really know the process, to really jump in seamlessly. So to mitigate that, we're going to use the best of what Monday can offer and their functionality to really nail this process and also to make it scalable and also repeatable. So this takes real pressure off the rest of your team and managers. So let's get stuck in. So what I've done here, just as a first off, is I've created a dashboard. So this dashboard is obviously personalized to Jim, who is our new employee. So to create this dashboard, first of all, is I've connected the board that he's going to be working from, which is Jim's onboarding dashboard. So you'll see, we'll come into that a bit later and you'll be able to see all of the steps. So first off, we'll just put it into view mode. So he'll see his welcome, he'll see a few instructions. We've used a battery widget here, which is going to track his progress and obviously give a bit of motivation for when he can see it starts to turn green. So this is going to track his status overall. Now I've used the embed everything widget here to use a link to embed Jim's onboarding board. So it's right here as well, which he can jump straight in. But this will just let him, he can interact with this here as well. He can do anything that he needs to, but it just gives him at a glance of what's coming up in the next 3 weeks of his onboarding. Just to break up a bit of the noise, I've popped in a little quote of the day widget here, and you can see here is a bookmark tab which has a link to all of the resources that he's going to need, and we can expand on that and pop anything else in that he needs, and he can just click and be taken to those resources. So first off, this just eliminates a lot of the questions. It eliminates a lot of the confusion about what to do next. It's all laid out really plainly here for him. So if we just jump into his onboarding board, so you can see here it's basically a massive to-do list, which we've broken into his first day, his first week, second and third week, and then we finish off with his training handoff. So the way I've set this up is obviously we've got our items, we've got a person tab here, column, which will allow to pop in any of the team members that are responsible for this particular task or someone that he can reach out to if needed. The date that we would like him to complete it. So obviously everything's going to be done on his first day here, and then it's going to keep going down throughout the week so we can track the status of that. The status column, which Jim can change himself as he goes along. And this is just a files column where I can upload files from multiple sources: computer, Monday Docs, links, Google Drive, SharePoint. There's no limit on what you pop on there. And we're going to use this resources tab as basically a one-stop shop that Jim can access everything he needs to complete this task. So for this one here, you can say, you can see that it says he needs to watch the About Us and Our Vision videos. So he can pop into his dashboard and do it from the bookmarks widget, which I showed you. Or again, I've just linked a really simple link to his dashboard here so he can just click. Similarly, you can see we want him to do a couple of one-to-one intros with the different teams. And what I've popped in here, you can see with the speech bubble, which is basically our updates or conversations, I've popped in a little instruction in there for him so he can click on that and see that I've told him to book in a suitable time via the link in the resources tab. So he purely just needs to click on this. You can see we've linked it to a Calendly link, and he can click on that and book in with legal, book in with the founder, and book in with the marketing team from there. Now, if you remember as well, SOPs, constantly talk about them, an absolute must in your onboarding experience for your employees to show them and get them familiar with your process, how you do things, what systems you use. In a previous video, we did our SOP management board where we uploaded the SOPs in whatever form that you did them. So video, screenshot, text, however you choose to do it. So remember, we did ours by video. So we have just popped a link to the SOP in here, which Jim can then click on, be taken straight to the video and watch at his leisure. So that is really awesome and an absolutely crucial part of your onboarding experience. And you can see as we go along, just the last one here, one of Jim's activities is that he needs to host his first team scrum. So in the resources link, we've just popped in a link to our Monday doc, and you remember from another previous video, that is where we house all of our team meetings. So he's got a link straight into there, and then he can see exactly what goes on within that interactive document. And just lastly, you'll see as well that we want to do a feedback form on our onboarding so that we can get feedback from Jim to see how his experience was and make any changes if needed. And we've just linked his our Monday form right in there for Jim to complete. So you'll see just lastly here as well, just utilizing sub items that we can, if there's a few different tasks that require some different steps, you can pop in little sub items as well to complete before he deems this task as finished. So as he goes along, you'll see he changes his status on some things. And if we pop straight into the dashboard, you'll see here that his status now changes along as he completes the tasks. So these can be built out with so many different information and activities. There is really no limit to what you want to pop into your onboarding process. But again, you need something structured. You need some written and pre-recorded resources to really give your employee the best chance when they're coming on board. So I hope that this was really helpful. Any questions or feedback, please leave them in the comments. Thank you.